Wino Wednesday Episode V.
Gizmo caca.
Gizmo caca. Well, we are here with Wino Wednesday Episode V, and we're going to drink a little Chardonnay because we're in our Halloween costumes and tell you about favorite games of 2020, which we're 10, 11 months behind on.
Wow! My sleeves are gonna be in the way. Look at these sleeves, dudes. Look at these freaking sleeves. They're amazing. Okay. I'm supposed to be, I drew inspiration from Resident Evil 8, the Dimitrescu daughters. Got the, bloody going on, got the darkened eyes going on, And then I found this dress thingy, this hooded dress. Oh my goodness.
Very awesome inspiration. We're talking about 2020, not 2021. Otherwise, look out list.
My goodness.
And she's Bizella, the fourth sister. And I'm the other long-lost Dimitrescu sibling named Dimitri.
We decided Dimitri. Demetrius.
Dimitri. I think you told me I'm Dimitri.
Alright.
I'm Dimitri.
Whichever.
So, as you know, the men in the Dimitrescu family are low on the totem pole, so
No.
I don't decide my name.
Oh, no.
I am told. I'm just lucky to not be going downstairs,
The blood basement?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't. No.
Thank you for not sending me there.
Anyway, happy Halloween late.
Late 2021, Halloween. Late. We were in our costumes and we were already drinking wine. So just so you guys know, this is like a little different from other Wino Wednesdays in that we kind of like cheated on you guys. We've been drinking some KJ Chardonnay all night, and this is actually the second bottle that we've been working on. Is that true?
Well, one was like a half bottle. It was already open.
Okay, so basically I'm just trying to get the point across that we're a little tipsy already.
We're a little tipsy already.
So
we've been working on it.
Yeah, we've been working on it, and so like, it's a little different. We don't have the table. We're not popping the bottle, but it is Wino Wednesday, Episode V. The Empire Strikes. The ant pile strikes back.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. We have the best 442 subscribers on YouTube.
Well wishes to each and every one of you.
Happy Halloween and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Halloween and happy life.
Happy Day of the Dead.
They're like happy wife, happy life. We're like happy Halloween, happy life.
Yeah. We are going to talk about 2020 because we are so far behind. We have games that came out in 2020 and they're good games and great games and we have neglected them and man, we're behind, but we just were like, hey, we're dressing in our Halloween costumes, let's just film. So this is kind of an impromptu thing and we're a little unorganized, but we're still going to be covering 2020, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What, we're doing our six favorite games? Or
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do you have anything wow you want to say?
No.
Okay, well then.
Well, 2020, alright, so everybody knows 2020 was a lot going on, but they still put out a whole lot of really cool games, which is awesome. So, life-saving truly, but
Yeah.
there was a lot to pick from. I almost want to read the list that you concocted for us.
Just read the list.
Should we read I'm gonna quickly read the list of and these were games that were more pertinent to us. Obviously more came out, a ton of games came out, but these were the ones that we were these are the ones that are our interests. Maybe we've played, maybe we're gonna play.
A couple of them we haven't played. That's what I was going to say.
Right.
And I put them on the list because it's these are games that once we play them very well could be on our favorites of 2020.
Right.
And so it's I
we
kind of
played
want
them yet.
Yeah, and I guess I'll
can't put them on the list.
I'll make a note of that as you say them. I'll be didn't play.
Animal Crossing New Horizons, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, Resident Evil 3, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Man-Eater, The Last of Us Part 2, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, Ghost of Tsushima, Paper Mario, Origami King, Deadly Premonition 2, Carrion, Watch Dogs Legion, Little Hope, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Demon's Souls Remake, The Pathless, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, Cyberpunk 2077, and Immortals Phoenix Rising. Alright, you want to go one by one?
Yeah, should we just like start at 6 and count down like we do?
Yes.
Alright, so we're doing our 6.
You did 6, so I did 6. But I have a wow list.
Wow.
To come after, so.
Okay, so.
Number 6.
Number 6.
You.
Me?
You.
Oh, geez. Okay. There's going to be spoilers throughout this whole video. It's a Game of the Year video.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about the games, so just warning to everybody's ears. My number 6 game of 2020 is Resident Evil 3's remake. Pretty awesome game. I mean, we platinumed it together. I had already played Resident Evil 3. I actually played on GameCube. And so it wasn't like a new game, but we kind of set the precedent that remakes do count towards Game of the Year. And yeah, Resident Evil 3. I mean, we beat it together combined, what, 4 or 5 times? 4. And yeah, I mean, it's really sweet.
So fun.
Nemesis.
Gotta tell you, that was my number 6 as well. Wow. It was so fun. It was so fun. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
We got that collector's edition.
Yeah,
we opened for
it
last.
Yeah, while I was reanimated.
That's right. You were reanimated. It was so cute. All right, you ready for number 5?
I am ready for number 5, and it's another like zombie game, and I had actually a pretty hard time deciding between these two, but I decided I did want to put The Last of Us Part 2 at number 5 ahead of Resident Evil 3.
Wow.
Because it's an original game, it's like hard because it's like, since Resident Evil 3 is a remake and it's a wonderful remake. The Last of Us Part 2, I mean, the way it started, and a lot of people, I mean, it was very controversial, but they did a very brave thing, what they did to Joel. I feel like it took a lot of cojones as writers, and the game and Ellie carried it, you know, she was able to carry it because she's a really strong character, and there were parts of it, the first time I played it, I didn't like it. It's actually really funny. I played it a second time in order to platinum it, and on my second time through, I feel like I appreciated it a lot more. And I mean, the gameplay is just so nice, and the controls are so tight. That's a big part of why I like it a lot. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my number 5.
Nice. My number 5, and this list was so difficult for me to be honest, but I mean, my number 5 was Demon's Souls Remake. And, you know, it's difficult when I'm making a list to not consider the fact that it's a remake. So I feel like that's why it fell a little lower for me, but I absolutely love that game. I thought it was, I gotta be honest, I didn't play it. I watched him play it. So I loved watching him play it. I love all the lore. I think the gameplay looks really fun, and all of the, like, you know, RPG elements. So yeah, that's my number 5.
Sweet. My number 4, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Wow.
Ooh. And it's mainly, okay, let's be honest here, like, it's Zelda, so that's a big part. I guess that would have to be mainly, you know, part of the mainly. But I would say it's mainly because of that little B-boy Terrico. Oh, Mallow.
Wow.
Such a cute little guy. And, again, spoiler alert, but I mean, oh, the tear-jerking that went on in that game. And then you get to help little B-boy Terrico. You get to build a little man, and he's
Dude, so cute.
Yes.
Wow.
And I mean, the Warriors games are great, and Zelda games are great. Hyrule Warriors back from like 2014 was great. And then they just did it. They did it again. And it was great.
Big time fan service.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
We have a little pre-order bonus Terrico keychain, dude, that hangs in our home and really makes it a home, you know? Dude, my number 4 was Last of Us Part 2.
Wow. There you go.
You already gave the reasons. I feel like I'm good.
Okay, so The Last of Us Part 2.
Made us feel things, you know?
Yeah.
It makes you feel a lot of things, and you're bummed and you're frustrated, but then it's also like, I think I said this at some point, that it forces you into the shoes of someone you don't like.
Yeah.
And it makes you see their side, and it's very interesting. I liked it a lot.
And I liked Abby and Owen so much better on my second playthrough. That was something I didn't mention when I mentioned the game.
Yeah.
And that a part of it's what you just said is like knowing what to expect at that point, and not being as like mad and like hate, like I hate them, you know. And,
yeah.
I liked them a lot better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see them more clearly.
Yeah. So, all right.
Number 3.
My number 3 is, and this is tough. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's tough because this is a great game, and it got a whole lot of people through the crisis on our hands. But Animal Crossing: New Horizons, the Zen game of 2020. Oh man, you know, just a cute game and so relaxing and so. All you need really is Timmy and Tommy's little bottoms of their feet, and you're good to go. Shout out to Hornsby, shout out to Bianca, shout out to Biff, shout out to Goldie, shout out to Renee. We got some great neighbors. And yeah, Lapras, the island of Lapras is a great place to live. It's a really fun game, and I think I'm going to save the rest of it. I might talk a little more about it later. Spoiler alert.
Oh, my number 3 was Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
We're just kind of like on the same wavelength.
Yeah, for reasons already said.
All right.
Number 2.
Number 2. So we're getting into some really thick stuff.
Ooh. Yeah.
I got one that, honestly, it was going to be my game of the year. It really was. It was going to be my game of the year. That's Ghost of Tsushima. What an awesome game. What a beautiful game. It was going to be my number 1 until something happened. So I'm just going to say that right now. I really loved it. I thought the world was like, it didn't, like it was huge and wonderful, but not too big. The story was really, really riveting, and all the little side things that they had to do were just so great. I really don't know how to describe like the Inari shrines and just like the little songbirds and the haikus. I platinumed that game. I couldn't help it. There was no way I wasn't gonna. Everything was so enjoyable and so nice. The combat was really cool. Just everything about it. I don't really know what to say except everything. Love that game. Ghost of Tsushima would have been my number 1. Putting it at number 2.
What?
How about you?
Gotta tell ya, that was my number 2 as well.
We already knew our lists were like almost identical. So.
Dude, yeah. We were writing haikus for months.
We were.
Afterwards. It was incredible.
We were.
We wrote haikus about sharks.
Maneater, yeah.
We wrote haikus about tea.
Yeah.
I wrote haikus about sleeping when I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It really had us writing a lot of haikus.
It did.
And, you know, yeah, man.
Dude, we're down to number 1.
We're down to number 1.
How did that happen so fast?
It's so fast. This when you're doing 6. We've been doing 10.
Okay. What's your number 1?
My number 1
game of 2020.
Number 1. I know everyone out there's asking. They're saying, "How did Ghost of Tsushima not be AJ's number 1? What happened?" All right, the drama's gonna end right now. My number 1 is the Demon's Souls remake on PlayStation 5.
Wow.
Oh man, I played that game so much and I platinumed it. It was my first FromSoft game that I platinumed, and a little fun fact, I never played Demon's Souls on PS3, and so I was new to the game. So yes, it was a remake, but it was also my first time playing it. So for me, it was like a brand new game, and I mean, oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was so pretty to look at, and it was challenging, but like I found it to be easier than the Dark Souls, or at least Dark Souls 1, maybe not necessarily 2, but I found it easier than like the Souls games. I found it easier than Sekiro. I think I even found it easier than Bloodborne. So I mean, it was more accessible, but that didn't like diminish anything about like the feeling of accomplishment from beating it and from beating each boss. It was still like so much fun and very riveting gameplay. And I mean, it's just, there were so many great things. Sparkly the Crow! Like, oh, Katie and I loved Sparkly. We've been like walking around just saying, give Twinkly me, give Sparkly me all the time. There's just so many, like, I loved how like each of the archstones were like a portal to a different land, which obviously it's like you can compare it to other FromSoft games and be like, well, there's like, you know, distinct differences between different like biomes or landscapes or whatever you want to say. But it was like having the ability to like go to one, and you could go to like, you know, whatever, the first archstone or the second, you know, stone or whatever, and like beat the armor spider. And be like, okay, I could continue and get to Flame Lurker, or you could just like go to a different one. You could go to like the Valley of Defilement and like go fight like the Leechmonger next before the, you know, whatever Flame Lurker or whoever you're on. And it's just great. And like I felt like that like freedom, the player choice there was like such a cool element of the game design. And I just like I just was really wowed by it. I loved it. Like I said, it was my first FromSoft game I platinumed. I was really proud of that. I was like fully expecting, I didn't play it till 2021, and so I was fully expecting Ghost of Tsushima to be my 2020 game of the year. And so it came out and just like hit me, man, like a freight train. I was like blown away. I was like, this game is one of my favorite games I've played in a while. And Demon's Souls, my game of 2020. And I'm so glad we were able to secure a PS5 because it was quite an experience.
Yeah, dude.
So what's your number one, B-boy?
My number one, I just can't help it. It's Animal Crossing New Horizons. I mean, I had so much fun. I poured so many hours into it. So lovely. Just a very lovely experience. And I'm sure many people in general experienced the same thing, that it was just so nice just to have a little island to get to go to. And you know, when we're talking about kind of escaping mentally, we typically use the word island. Like we'll say things like, you know, my like peaceful island or something. So I feel like that's what it was. It was just a little island to go to, you know? So that's my game of 2020. It's Animal Crossing New Horizons. So good, so cute. I love it.
We got a couple of really good games as our top games of the year, B-boy.
I agree. Good lists.
The stresses of 2020, being able to just kind of like have just that cool island music playing and talking to your little animal neighbors and just focus on such cute little, just basic tasks. And, you know, Animal Crossing, I mean, it was always it was always awesome. I mean, we're talking like the mid-2000s here, right? Like the summer of 2004, I played Animal Crossing on GameCube so much. And I remember those summer nights just like as like a teenager, just spending all night trying to catch barred knifejaws and red snappers. Yep. And just, you know, it's been so many years and it's changed slightly, actually, not that much, but it's changed, but it's still just Animal Crossing, and it's still just such a great game to unwind with. And man, I mean, you put in number one. Obviously, I knew you were going to. There was no question in my mind even before we talked about it with each other. But it's a very deserving game of the year. And yeah, dude, Tom Nook, Isabel, Timmy, Tommy, Blathers, man, we got the Brewster update coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Celeste.
Yeah. Oh, Celeste is an
Gulliver.
MVP. Gulliver.
Wow.
Yeah. So what a cast.
Love them.
Yeah. So we got two quite different games, but a very wide spectrum is the industry of gaming, is the gaming life. There's so many different types of games you can play, and we would love to know, out of our 442 best subscribers in the universe, what are your favorite games of 2020, even though now we are almost over with 2021. Also, how crazy is it that the decade ended 2020? I mean, obviously, the official decade ended in at the end of 2020 here, and And so, yeah, I mean, we were talking about doing our games of the decade list. I don't know if we'll still do that or not, but 2021, the dawn of a new decade, and well, hopefully soon, but probably, who knows, it'll be Halloween 2022. But we will be talking about our games of the year of 2021 at some point. You have something you want to say?
Well, I have a wow list that you were like, oh, so it's like an honorable mentions, and I was like, no, it's a wow list. But you can call it honorable mentions, and you can add on if you want to. My wow list is like, wow. Spider-Man Miles Morales, so fun, oh my goodness. And the snowy New York, I mean, my lord, that was so fun. Miles Morales, that's an awesome game.
It is.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, if you want to relive and play through all the Dragon Ball Z storylines, wow, so fun. I mean, it was just great. It was awesome.
It really
was.
was.
Such an awesome game.
Almost made my top 6.
So cool. Doom Eternal. Wow.
Almost made my top 6.
Dude, Rip and Tear. Wow. That was cool.
And Tear.
Wow. The last on my wow list is Man Eater, dude. Wow. What a cool game. Shark PG. Shark RPG.
Shark PG. We're sharks.
Dude, we're sharks. It was so cool.
Yeah.
I loved that game.
Another game that, I mean, if we had done top 10, like your WoW list.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking like those are some of the best games of the year as well.
Yeah.
That's a good list. We're going to be doing more videos. And like E3, you know, we got stuff to talk about. We got Pokemon cards to open. We got more games to talk about. We have footage that we need to edit of an island tour of our island in Animal Crossing from like last year. We got stuff. So we haven't made a video in a long time, and we appreciate you all for being here with us. And we'll
sticking around.
And we'll be back maybe in a year, but we'll try to be quicker than that. And
well, thanks for sticking around, and hope you enjoyed our lists and leave us your lists.
Happy Halloween. You know it's our favorite holiday, and it is for good reason, because you get to dress up like pirates and go to the 7th sea and
the 7th sea.
And then you get to enjoy company of the ghosts and frights, and the Jensen Ackles who dresses like Bagul on your balcony.
It's not true. It doesn't happen.
And you get to Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, dudes.
100 years.
Cheers.
Dude, do we want to talk about
what? Yeah, dude. That's what I want to talk about. That's all I want to talk about, dude. How'd you know? How'd you know? I didn't think I spilled, but now I think I might have spilled.
Agent and Katie Gaming, take 47.
What would Agent 47's game of the year be?
What, 2021?
Yeah, no, 2020, dude. What we just did.
Shit.
Wait, pull your hood way over your eyes like this. Like this. Yeah, exactly. You got it. But where you can see this still. Agent 47. His game of the year would be...
I mean, let's be honest. Do you want to be honest?
No, you go, yeah. You be honest.
I mean, his game of the year would be Origami King. Agent 47 loves Paper Mario.
Sorry everybody. I'm just so blood drunk.